WWE United States Championship.
From one United States Championship to another. It is a meeting of some of the top superstars in the industry today. It's the Yeah versus the Yeet in Philly. The megastar, LA Knight, crossed the line from Raw to SmackDown on the road to the Elimination Chamber. He was originally signed for an interpromotional bout against Austin Theory. LA Knight was victorious on that night. Later that night, he teamed up with Jey Uso, who was in need of a tag team partner. Those two men took down the Trick Mello gang, or at least the gang that once was in tag team action. And although last month, inside the Elimination Chamber, did not go LA Knight's way, it seems as if that one-night tag team with Jey Uso got the championship attention of the megastar. LA Knight arrived on SmackDown, drew a line in the sand, said he was coming for Jey Uso's gold. And Jey Uso has never been afraid of a challenge and certainly wasn't going to back down to the megastar here at WrestleMania. As we saw on SmackDown just a few days ago, Jey Uso, LA Knight, there is respect there, of course. LA Knight coming to the aid of Jey Uso when he was attacked by the family inside of the ring. But the eye-to-eye after the bell told you all you need to know. When we got to Lincoln Financial Field, when WrestleMania was afoot, and that United States Championship was on the line, all bets were off between these two men. Jey Uso, who has held the United States Championship since Halloween night, walks into WrestleMania on his own as one of the most popular stars that the WWE has to offer. But LA Knight has been riding a wave of momentum. Took a couple of month hiatus in the fall, resurfaced in December, and outside of a blemish inside of the Elimination Chamber, LA Knight has been near perfect inside of that ring. Victories over Austin Theory, The Miz, Tony D'Angelo, among others. Jey Uso has turned away Carmelo Hayes, J.D. McDonough, Trick Williams, among others, in his United States Championship reign. It is the Yeah versus the Yeet for the red, white, blue, and gold.
Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, LA Knight. And his opponent from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, main event, Jey Uso.
Well, we saw one interpromotional championship match earlier tonight as Raw's Dirty Dominic Mysterio captured the Cruiserweight Championship against SmackDown's Wes Lee. But I promise you this is about more than just bragging rights for their individual brands. The United States Championship on the line in the birthplace of the USA, Philadelphia, here on WrestleMania Sunday. LA Knight, who walked into last year's WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion, has been rechasing championship glory ever since. Will he find it against main event Jey? The bell has sounded. We are underway with this highly anticipated United States Championship match. Jey Uso and LA Knight, as we mentioned, great respect between these two individuals, but that bell has sounded and I don't expect either of these superstars to hold anything back. Especially on this stage, WrestleMania, the biggest night of the year, the grand finale of another incredible season. Jey Uso coming to SmackDown in October after being banished from Monday Night Raw along with his brother Jimmy. He has been riding a wave of momentum ever since, winning the United States Championship on night one. Back at Survivor Series, retained it over Carmelo Hayes. Beat Austin Theory on the New Year's Revolution edition of SmackDown. He's turned away J.D. McDonough. Beat Trick Williams at the Elimination Chamber as well. And those are just discussing the championship rounds for Jey Uso. Not to mention everything else he has done in between. But LA Knight knows a thing or two about championship gold, knows a thing or two about victory, and he's here to remind the world of that on the grandest stage of them all. As we talked about, LA Knight walked into last year's WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion. Damn near 8-month reign for LA Knight over on Monday Night Raw. Really ever since last year's WrestleMania, LA Knight has been chasing championship gold. We've seen him challenge for the WWE title. LA Knight now crossing the line from Raw to SmackDown, earning himself a United States Championship match. Never one to interrupt a yeah from 60,000 strong here in Philadelphia. And you see LA Knight knows he's not going to win the championship via count out. But a momentary hesitation. I don't know if he was trying to game plan or just get this fight back inside the ring where he can win the title. Nonetheless, Jey Uso taking advantage of LA Knight's momentary hesitation. Jey Uso not one to be messed around with, as we have seen over the last few months ever since he won the United States Championship. Jey Uso sending LA Knight into the rope. Samoan drop here. This is a very interesting matchup tonight. Not a lot of bad blood, if any, between these two superstars. It is all about the competition, all about the United States Championship, and what better host than WrestleMania? LA Knight getting hung up in the ropes once again here. Jey Uso may know something we don't about the abdominal section about the megastar, or could just be trying to soften up LA Knight for an inevitable Uso splash. It's another option as well. The United States Champion has taken over ever since LA Knight tried to get this fight back inside of the ring. He did just that, but Jey Uso's the one in the driver's seat at the current moment. Jey now, around and around we go. Another Samoan drop. LA Knight now rolled to the outside, trying to get his wits about him. He comes right back into the waiting arms of the United States Champion. Into the ropes, and Jey Uso is completely taking over this matchup. Into the cover. Only a 2 count that time, not the 3 that Jey so desired. LA Knight holding on for another moment, and a kick right to the mush. Jey Uso came to WrestleMania to throw down by any means necessary. There's LA Knight. That kick might have knocked out any other man, but I think it just woke up the defiant one. LA Knight didn't come this far, hasn't built momentum week in and week out over the last few months, whether it's been on Raw or SmackDown for no reason. Small package by Jey. LA Knight nearly getting caught. Just when you thought he was about to turn it around, Jey Uso pulled the rug out from underneath him, but there's LA Knight, follow-away neck breaker. That's a signature out of the arsenal of LA Knight, but you see, almost every time he hits it, there's a little bit of a delayed reaction. Knight takes just as much out of himself on that maneuver as he does his opponent. Damn near throwing caution in the wind just to take a pound out of his opponent's flesh. LA Knight's been on that championship road, trying to get to the end of it, trying to find gold on the other side of the rainbow for quite some time, since losing the Intercontinental Championship at last year's WrestleMania. Does that long, vigorous road culminate here tonight in Philly? Just last night, several of championships changing hands on WrestleMania Saturday. New Women's United States Champion crowned, of course, earlier tonight on the WrestleMania kickoff show. Kairi Sane etching her names in the annals of history already tonight as well. We've seen, hold on to thought. You saw what he was setting up for. You can't interrupt it. LA Knight with the elbow. You gotta let the 60,000 strong have their fun. Unfortunately for Jey Uso, I should say for LA Knight, this matchup progresses. Could be going for a blood force trauma. Jey saw it coming. Now Jey from behind. Float down, neck breaker. Another kick out. Back-to-back near falls. Both of these individuals look to be leaving with the gold, but not just yet. Now here's Jey Uso eyeing up LA Knight. Suicide dive. Got as much momentum as he could. Saw Jey put the brakes on it first. Might have been feeling a little loopy after that elbow a few minutes ago. Shaking off the cobwebs and decides to take things to the sky nonetheless. LA Knight sent to the corner, just collapsing off the collision with the buckles. Goes to show you the fatigue setting in this championship contest in the middle of Lincoln Financial Field. Both of these men throwing some of their best shots so far. I'm sure they have done their homework over the last 4 or 5 weeks or so in anticipation of this contest here tonight. Certainly a fan's dream matchup. Both of these men win, lose, or draw amongst the most popular in WWE today. The yeah, the yeet, the United States Championship, it's what it's all about. LA Knight feeling the mojo here. But he's got to get the job done. Does not want to give Jey Uso a moment of R&R. Already in this matchup, we have seen that come back to bite LA Knight. Does not want to have it happen again. Out of the corner, forcefully by the megastar, Bulldog off the middle buckle. LA Knight looking sharp. Going for the signature. Elbow again, but Jey Uso had it scouted that time. And out float over. DDT spikes LA Knight on his chrome dome. LA Knight went to the well one too many times with that elbow, and it comes back to bite him. Jey Uso saw it coming from a mile away. Now hoisting Knight on the top rope. Jey doing all he can to try to retain his gold. Look at this Samoan drop variation, avalanche style from the heavens. Philadelphia on their feet. Jey Uso perched on top. Uso splash. LA Knight gets the shoulder up. LA Knight survives. This United States title match gonna progress. LA Knight somehow surviving a maneuver that has put away countless individuals on SmackDown, but the megastar bringing his A-game to the show of shows. Knight again dropped on that top rope. Jey trying to do all he can to soften up that midsection, soften up that abdominal of LA Knight, maybe in anticipation of another Uso splash, hoping that that'll do the trick. Only one can guess, only one can assume what's going on in the mind of the United States champion, as although he hasn't got the victory just yet, he looks to be confident. LA Knight creates distance. Closed fist right to the jawline, and there's a neck breaker. Nothing fancy, certainly effective, and absolutely a maneuver that'll put LA Knight back on the right track. LA Knight, after surviving some of Jey's best offense, that avalanche Samoan drop followed by the Uso splash, gets himself in prime position for a blood force trauma. But Jey Uso dishes the defiantness right back to LA Knight. LA survives this Uso splash. Jey Uso survives the BFT and the United States Championship matchup. Though in championship rounds, these two men continue to duke it out. Jey trying to unload there. LA Knight putting the brakes on. It gives Jey a taste of his own medicine. And now it's Knight willingly going to the top rope. Jey in the drop zone, and there's a signature elbow from LA Knight. And Jey Uso again kicking out. Both of these men pushing their bodies past its limit tonight. This is what it's all about. To leave the birthplace of America with the red, white, blue, and gold here on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania Sunday. Jockeying for position, dead center of the ring, or the champion and the challenger, and Jey Uso connects with a super kick. The ones to the sky, a shout out to his bloodline. Again Jey unloading, again LA Knight stops him in his tracks. Uso in the corner. Knight relying on what has worked. It is anybody's ball game. Philadelphia on their feet. Jey not allowing LA Knight to soar through the skies again. Jey Uso looking to be the only man who leaves the soles of his boot anymore in this contest. LA now swatted into the corner. Jey with the splash. Into the ropes we go. Knight off the duck. Jey Uso drive by. Takes Knight off his feet. The United States champion may have this matchup way past the 50-yard line and running towards the touchdown here in Lincoln Financial Field. Once again, distance created by the challenger. I don't think there's going to be a flag on the play on that one. That was as clean as can be. Wait a minute, LA Knight again. 1 for 1 this far. Third time's going to be a charm. Another kick out. Jey Uso ever enthusiastic on that kick out, making sure that everybody knows he's still got life. But how much is left? In main event, Jey. Second blood force trauma by the megastar. LA Knight captures gold on WrestleMania Sunday.
Here is your winner and new WWE United States Champion,
LA Knight threw down the challenge weeks ago, and it works out for him tonight. 1 year hiatus away from championship gold, but here at WrestleMania, he captures the United States Championship.